Well, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, waiting to get on a flight to San Jose del Cabo. My daughter's a flight attendant, so I'm flying standby. I don't have a boarding pass yet. So I also haven't booked a place to stay for tonight, just in case I can't catch this standby flight. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get on it. It's delayed a bit, but I'll start my new adventure in Mexico. I've never been to Baja, so this should be pretty interesting for me. We'll see what it is when I get there, but looking forward to it. Well, I made it to San Jose del Cabo. I got the very last seat on the airplane. It was the last one aboard and one last seat. So thankfully I didn't get bumped by somebody with a paying customer. But now I landed in Terminal 2 here in San Jose del Cabo, and it ends up that the bus station is actually at Terminal 1, so I've got a little bit of a walk to go. I probably should have just took a taxi cab and said to heck with it. I do have a room reserved for tonight because I couldn't reserve it until I got on the airplane. It's a little pricier than I usually pay, but it'll be fine. It's been a long day. Looking forward to getting into town. Well, I made it to the hotel. It's in El Centro, the old central part of San Jose del Cabo. Spent the night there last night. It was overpriced for what I got. I'm used to getting a little bit better deal than I am here. I think it's because there's a lot of Americans and Canadians here, so the prices are much higher than I'm used to having in the mainland part of Mexico. So I'm going to explore a little bit this morning around the town. First, though, I need to get a bus ticket to get out of town. Going to spend tonight in Todos Santos, another kind of a pricey gringo place, but I'm going to check it out. But I need to make sure I can get on a bus this afternoon because I think sometimes they do sell out. So I'm on my way to the bus station. And I made it to Todos Santos. Well, good morning. I am staying in a hostel in Todos Santos. I was able to get this little cabin kind of a room here. They have only one. They do have some tents that you can sleep in the back here, and the rest is the typical hostel that has a shared room, which I'm not going to do anymore. I used to do that back in my youth, but so I'm staying here for 2 nights. It's a little bit of a walk into town, though, which is difficult on my bum leg, but I'll see if I can change that today. I'm going to go in there and hopefully rent a scooter or a motorcycle, so we'll see. And there's one of the guests here that's staying that has a KTM 390 Adventure. Looks like they're traveling throughout the Baja here, so this is an older one than mine. It's got the cast wheels on it, but boy, that would be an adventure. Todos Santos isn't a very big town. It's kind of laid out on a grid. The hostel where I'm staying is off on this dirt road. It's probably about a mile from the main center of town, maybe a little more even. I've hiked it twice since I've been here, so it's getting a little bit wearing on my recovering injured knee. So hopefully I can pick up a scooter or the motorcycle this morning. I talked to them yesterday. They have a Honda XL 150, but evidently the clutch wasn't working on it, so we'll see if they got that fixed. If not, I'll just pick up a scooter. It's going to be a lot easier to get around since this whole area is pretty well spread out and tough for a backpacker like me. I'm backpack traveling at this point. No modes of locomotion other than my 2 feet and a bus, of course. So we'll see what they got this morning, but first I need to get some breakfast. I'm pretty hungry. Well, yes, that is me wearing a motorcycle helmet, and you know what that means? That means that I am back riding in Mexico. They have some Honda XL 150s I was hoping to rent, but they're all gone, so instead, probably a little bit better for me anyhow right now, getting back into it. I've got a 150cc little moto, scooter, but it has some knobby tires on it because most of the roads around here are going to look like this. So I've got it for 24 hours, going to do some exploring of Todos Santos. Not sure if I can make it all the way out to the ocean. They warned me that it's mostly sandy roads and this bike's not really made for it. I'm not quite made for it yet either. But anyhow, 24 hours of fun. Here I go. Okay, I'm going up a hill. Not sure if this little scooter will make it or I'll make it, but it's up to a mirador, which is a lookout. Oh, of course the camera's getting bounced all over. A little steeper than I thought. Have to be careful coming back down because the brakes on this aren't real good. Whew, not a lot of power either. Take a break right here. Okay, another bit of a hill. Let's see, I'm not sure which way. I think I'm going to stay to the right. A little rugged getting up here, but probably easier for cars than it is on this little scooter. There's not a lot of power. I give it to gas and it doesn't do much, so I don't want to go on anything steeper than that hill.
Also concerned because the brakes are real mushy. We'll see how they do going down the hill, since I've got to go down when I came up. All right, I'm here.
The beaches along the Pacific coast are protected area. You're not permitted to drive on them with a dune buggy, sand buggy, a motorcycle, any type of vehicle, because they're habitat for turtles and tortoises. So Mexico's trying to do their best here to protect a lot of the nesting areas here. I think that's great. It's really a beautiful area. Where I'm at right now is called El Mirador. It's a restaurant. It's got the best view in all of Todos Santos, I think. Probably a little bit out of my tax bracket to eat here, and I had such a filling breakfast that I'm not going to eat till dinner anyways. Just enjoying the view though.
Alright, here we go down this slippery hill. I'm just going to go slow. I don't want to skid the back end. Okay, so far so good. I got the first section. I think there's one more right here that's even steeper. Nice view though. Slow and steady, putting equal pressure on the front and rear brake. I'm used to using the front brake a lot on my KTM 390, but the scooter's a little different.
Well, and to my motorcycle riding friends, this is not exactly a Yamaha Tenere 700 like I own, nor like my KTM 390 Adventure. This is, I think it's a Chinese-built 150cc, maybe 125, I'm not even sure. No, 150 scooter. So it's got automatic, doesn't shift gears. It does have a little bit of knobbier tires to handle some of this off-road and sand, although it does slip around, doesn't have a lot of power. As far as safety gear, I couldn't bring as much safety gear as I really want. I'm recuperating, of course, from my total knee operation, so I've got knee pads that I brought along just in case I should fall over, a little extra protection. I have hiking boots, that's the best as I can bring on my backpack, and full face shield helmet, of course, with goggles and riding gloves. So that's about the safety. I also have my Garmin satellite communicator in case I do get into overly too much fun. Hopefully I don't have that much fun. So Anyhow, a little bit of safety gear. I'd like to have more, but I'm going to take it easy, mostly on these roads that aren't too bad, and around town also, just for the day, for 24 hours.
This is the main road going through Todos Santos, a few blocks long, and it has many of the hotels and restaurants that are a bit upscale. My little place I'm staying in is just a little cabin. I have to share the bathroom and shower, and it was the cheapest place in town, which was $85, and that's with a discount I've got. So Todos Santos is not a cheap place. Here's a famous Hotel California. It's been rumored to be the inspiration for the Eagles song and album Hotel California, although I don't think it is. A lot of people don't think it is either. Well, I'm looking for the old cemetery in town here. I saw it on a map, and just out of curiosity, I have no idea what it is, but I'm always curious by things on a map. See if I can find it. I think it's off to the right here somewhere. Oh, you know what? It's up this hill, and I'm not going up that hill. Nope, not going to go there. I'm going to negotiate here, because right over here is main square I had mentioned. The cathedral on my left. Let's stop and walk around. Perfect spot right here for me. Nice and pretty wild, as you saw. Nobody's going to be swimming there, and I doubt they even surf there. From what I read, there's a surfing beach and a small surfing community about 20 minutes drive south of Todos Santos in an area called Los Cerritos, and unfortunately I didn't get there to stop there. That has accommodations right on the beach and the ocean, whereas Todos Santos really sits inland a little bit. The other thing that I noticed, and I've seen read also, is that you really need transportation in Baja. Now, I'm a backpack traveler. I'm used to been backpacking, traveling through the Central Americas in Mexico for 30 years. An old hippie, backpack on the back and jump on a chicken bus. Well, it's hard to do here because everything's spread out. Even in the town, it's spread out. It's a long distance from the hostel just to walk to get into town. So, you really need a car if you're coming into Baja. What's working for me, though, since I don't like to rent a car, it kind of takes some of the adventure out of it for me. But if I can rent a scooter or a motorcycle and do a little exploring that way, that I do enjoy, especially if I'm just traveling alone like I am now. So kind of my mode of transportation. So anyhow, right now I've decided to park the moto and I just want to go find this old cemetery that I couldn't drive to. I think it's up the hill here. So let me see if I can find the cemetery. Well, here's the cemetery right up ahead here. I thought it was way up on a steep hill, so I parked the little scooter and I walked, but as you can see, I could easily take the scooter up here, so I was just being a little cautious, but let's go explore the cemetery. This is likely a very old cemetery. Not sure if it's currently in use. I saw some markers from the 1950s. There could be more recent. A lot of them don't have markers. They're just old, like this one here. Just a lot of concrete and no name or date.